Abusuapanyi Kofi Wusu camp ene ensem efili ni camp we ba no ye ni gisem pa ni na ne se Abusuapanyi Kofi Wusu ya side nesi na ade so a sese de ensem a eba se Abusuapanyi Kofi Wusu wono ene ye Abusuapanyi ni pa ewoda de Lumba abusuamu a we putupurun kai ba eba ene de ya encha ye ene ba beto abonten se Abusuapanyi Kofi Wusu ene mama China mo ene pa akosofo mu bi abomodem etunade so wa mamra ni amane kwan so a omutwa nwan nyina edigu so concern that the Lumba ne wuo achi ntawantawa bi a egba beto abusuafo no entem na nsem iba ye no ene court nsensem wuo ma me no kasa ikura mponsam no da ho wo court na asa akwa akopie mu ewo fikesie mu a ene abusia me ne wo kasa we yakwaye fie nsensem ntino ene Allegelly yese omatena asem no so na nsam no motena so wieye no na obia wose obia bo ne nkuro no mutie na kyese wose Abusuapanyi Kofi Wusu yesade na kunya ema no se ontena ade so se Abusuapanyi ni kroje abusia ensam imu ohu na mepese obeka me ho akwaje nchirimu sa semkuru ya nsonso no akofena se ne papa tu na ade so no sade ne siye no eno so madi nkomo ewo ho agusu yeke Black Media
if ya appoint na ne se tu na ade so ye tunade so wodi ho
we am ba chose say be brim
osi ya appoint ne ona na appoint ya friends akofna
e na me tiri
the Alex we be say be drat see the kan no because omani aye dey etna pokem de buy no sal ne ko ba ntino that is go tunade so
yes
either one can be sal tunade so but obi ya appoint as a leader no e dey ne say tunade so ye tunade so say dey Be tunade so.
Eno mi chire mu be ya mu pesa meka sei.
Because na na wado don the platform dey na kan via tenten say anytime. But so can na o chechem kofo 2 fan take say kan simple na ka ekwenim. Na o ka o che ntira.
That is what I'm saying say. Meka kofa flaba. Mu pesa meka.
Yeah, you so ka but so kan ntia. Is it am say say ade ni tunade so wode ho e bia o say bia si ana say na ekwenim.
Say pacho brebe.
O si tunandra o si tunade so. O si ya appointing so e bibia. Be say me hu de tunade so no e de tunade so no.
Okay. Obedi asori name is leader of the church.
But nyona na the man ko so na am na leader.
Na me chire mu ba say adekura ko fa we nyina ba in constitution be mo na me chire mu fi ba bi fi because eno na me fra nyama bi huntu ba sisi yin fra ntu bi na me ka say alesi omo mpe back and forth enti me
we ka batima come simple so see also be a leader one man leader one point as a leader
no me chire oh
so the nyen chire bia so me na
God, this is simple. Why they are appointing as the leader?
And pennyful.
So whether acting or a leader, no, who actually appointed him?
Pacho, a sorry pennyful. And I do call me na say. Me na I am because of name if I sorry as in CCA.
Brian, me mute you, Pacho, and mommy feedback and see wait there, sorry. Pacho, say it again.
The see, a lawyers. Na me boom deal. Lawyers me son. Imuba. Media first entiasi. Ba kotiasi. Omo le court omo ko hu sa de wi. E no mo ba ne ho say because of the omo community omo pese abra obeko no na chi be yesa no say na metiase e den na
metiase me Pacho say that again menti the organize lawyers no mo ye den
me say lawyers no ba ko bias ondi asemu mi foda no ko di asori asembi court assembly by court on na assembly the a lot of issue by inti judges make her say inti asori any money abusuin inti mutumi nka bibia mani nya boko na me yi do bibia asori nani And into a man and a lawyer now, me nana say, or call to them, say me see ye. It will mean possess I didn't BBC, a bra, a BBC was so winning. Ain't be and funny any candy for Emma was me ye men can some me. Nay then, Moko be so missing my name. Becca, or more tree, ye call ye by ye by no so okay. Say, why no more the name? There, on my mijina, my name, Abramitiasi, and Omokobo, Yemia Bema, Akofenedi. Tomoni dino or jam we cook on say, a druma modi money, obe to me a ye. Becca day, also one mope. Okay, Mate, also one mopedia, Munyade, Mufanimra. Minya, a ho, and then some meaning I day, is that say. This will be before from Missa, I mean, Twasso.
Rowdy and Queen, you were causing baby, but
David, hold on. According to him, there will come. Not just say, and yet, yeah, papa, Apostle Joseph on a day, Akofnesis, name lawyers in the one.
Or more, and suggested because of court winning.
And he said, Obi suggested, dear. Emma, ye papa Apostle Joseph. Now, Ophelia said the suggestion from the lawyers no, and your legitimate, and I said it is not something a ye good obetimia. Don't you think he could have rejected it?
No, because they were pursuing. That time they were the leaders, and
are you telling me, say the leaders have power than the founder of the church?
Please listen to me. Men are not saying to me. No.
Aram, hold on. Brian, hold on.
You were simple. Simple.
2
seconds.
Brian, hold on. Me patrol him at him. What's saying?
Osimi Nana as a founder no onto the and I make us it was back and forth for more than 3 months. They were still pursuing. And watching say nipa no omo say obetumi aya ade no oni omo kan sin so awia ampa no so you mate.
Where is the evidence to Asemia okay?
Why is the evidence? Evidence. Not all evidence is written. Evidence.
Me patrol evidence here then. How did you hear it? And what is your evidence said that is what actually went on?
A meeting, I say.
Meeting, bang.
General meeting.
General meeting. No, a general meeting. I say when.
I won't cry. I cry some.
Right. Position man what? Me but opposition man what take you was open.
Me. I've been leader of a youth group.
Okay.
And medical secretary.
Okay.
Him me patrol. Meeting now will come once. Were you there?
Naminia Bema wo no executive. No 7 member. He was there.
It is if na wo ni ho na unia na wo ho. This is what your constitution is saying. Listen, wasem anyasem because asama wo can you don't have any evidence to back it. Senka audio be ana a video evidence to back their whole candidate. And then we can listen and then we will know say what you're saying is true. But in as much as only video evidence, only you can't say audio evidence be and every written evidence to back their whole canon, we are not accepting it. The article says it here. that when it comes to your papa akofna de na wo kana or see the appointment of Nana, the amended one, the amended one is say the 12-2A, the appointment of Nana Kwadwo, one of the sons of the founder and the leader of the church, as the next leader of the church, and a person who shall be acting as the leader of the church for the founder and then the leader of the church is hereby repealed and cancelled, and the statement that his appointment shall not be affected by the provision of Article 25 and 26(1) is also amended. Is amended by deletion of same. So what does the 12-2A says? The 12-2A says that by the virtue of powers conferred on the founder and leader of the council, leader of the church, in clause 1H of Article 12 of the Constitution, the founder and leader of the church, the founder and leader of the church appointed Nana Kwadwo Akofna, the founder and leader of the church. But why na mo founder and why na mo leader?
The founder and leader of the church is Emeritus.
So it says that the founder and leader of the church, which is Nana Papa, has appointed Nana Kwadwo Akofna, one of his sons, as the next leader of the church and a person who shall be acting as the leader of the church for the founder and leader of the church by virtue of Article 12(1)G, and his appointment shall not be affected by the provision of 25 and 26. And no, then I will say ya appointing no. Oh, prime. And then I will say ya appointing no.
And I'm actually mubisi when I'm seeing the cover by no, and I'm seeing audio, video. We need any written.
But the Constitution is saying that he was appointed, and that is why too not there. So Anna,
and one America say we have to make Constitution to back it. You see, omokofa baye no, omokofa ne baye because of the memekaye no. Omokofa bada kwini na si yenye Constitution yede embark any year first Constitution, which is 2017. And I who the Econi Albany 2017, a dear assembly, never be sharing as a leader, Uncle, and all a year amended one every plea because your constitution.
And so that should tell you, say, he was actually appointed, and when he was appointed, no, anyhow he was appointed, yeah, a comrade, some ya okay, it won't matter. What is written now, and what constitution is what we are dealing with now. It is now he has been appointed, and then in the 2020, you can say 2020 wave version, he actually revoked the and I said appointment, not the man. He actually cancelled it. Or cancel ye no wama any reason why biantia or cancel ye, but the you can't saying ni way or the say that is the way I first wa ye ni a mano. Still Akofna qualifies to be one of them. At what point do you say he doesn't qualify? And then you are talking about you can't say the quality say he doesn't qualify because he is not a unified. I mean Misa will make our job. Papa Apostle Joseph for ne mamiensa no omumu hwan na oteki a leadership role when the man was alive. Omumu hwan
Akofna.
Apart from Anono, did anybody else take any leadership role when the man was alive? None of them. No. But it says that when it comes to the constitution now, you can't say the qualities now. or C, he must be knowledgeable and might have taken some leadership responsibilities during the time of the past leader. Don't you think that one alone even disqualifies the other two?
No, please.
Mama Rahel, me the video no send you.
Uni madebia na me ka se bi on. Ba na ase ye nyina no na ye nti de na me ka na se. Rahel. Me tie constitution yo ho. Na me de aba betoto eye will ya aba abonten ho aho. Rahel. Metimi aka kire wo se this will ho any amendment no so bi so obetwe manso mo obetumi atwe. Wouldn't be it, I will not say now appoint Kojusafo Akofna as a leader. Because or say Safo Niwa, the next leader of Christo Asafo. So in this case, now Akofna a leader that okay well na woman. Or the asori ni bibia share Akofna Sawabra, Sebi was say as I see be where asori fi or asori ni nyina no Akofna na no sebi so be nye leader team god asori na ejapade ano. Ana yatu bi pen say asori na japade wa ha ye say ye dey share ni pass message na lead and ni power from right what be pen and clearly there probably minimum you are from because anybody be more money in corporate bia no say me dey mess intina me ka say omuntwa so no because okofa well na papa no well no
Sejo
wa anya sesai wom Alex
Sejo mama fa we nsho na to so Constitution old one omo try 2017. Papa ne ye ne will 2020 and oya amendment e wo mu 2022. Amendment of Constitution omo ye ne 2024. Nti will no wa try asesa no ansa no be amendment in 2024. Ba cho beti mato so.
Oh eno dey me ya say me kan date de what the amendment ni na me ho date na what the ye no say what so enti we no accomplish that dance na o amendment no aye wie na we no wo e wo ho ansa na o ye constitution constitution amendment no enti at that time no wan chesesa ne we no wan sesa no ba o hwe constitution no mu sesa na o ko sesa ye o constitution no mu a na e wo senka sesa na tie dia na senka o leave way open. But he still insists on people. Not just say in even though we're two Akofna and also waji the position of them, but the way they just Akofna and leader. We can't go for because as seven women say
Joe, while he is alive, okay, the on one kasatia senedie. Oma Akofna no enye the acting. All money you can say a leader of the church like he had already chosen. But if he is no more, he qualifies. So he had maybe one of the things that what would have been his reason for revoking that way on Akofna? If we get to know that on one Troy and on one Kaya, they will know the reason it's here or revoking the position now or their money. What's it?
Oh, me contest no massive na make no. I'm say the person we change say. So the
question.
But let's do one at a time. But just say Joe, we are
so the world need to home. Na kofa old constitution need to wa. And no this is same like as the same woman is sorry more than we na Japade a watch. But the Japade anything concerned about the church ni nyina asori we wa ha say akofna una ni was oni wa the next leader of the church. So until the me person me kira say yes. And no say there was an issue. Say papa no be revoking no. But if you will no ma o maintain the no akanda na ye nyanim say wa point to obi wa asori num as even whether acting or automatic leader whoever it is no well na kire say na akofra na be leader na me ka so maja na ngofo nte ase no ukokan odopa kokan I 25 I ubun say the make ni na wo say asori no ebi wo say o maja pade bo taifa or no even taifa or da no o ma akofra mienu so fanya office What the office ben or the kwago.
Yeah.
If you want to know what it, I know money you know so you was on your office. Na so ni hwa. Ono aso pe na nhwe so. Asore na japade wo ayi even say I was say ehwa smasi ehwa and say about 31 point something ni nyina akofuna. Na so ni hwa the next leader of right here. I didn't know.
Yeah. If you go back
yes,
to if you go back to the constitution.
No, Brian, hold on.
Let's read the qualification of the leader of the church. If you do see, now you two address, I mean that you did not meet the qualification to become the leader of the church. Technically, that's what it means. You did not meet the qualification.
Ashanti.
Yeah. So Alex.
Whilst the leader and founder is alive, he can make every decision that he wants to. Do you understand that?
Yeah. He said the qualification on which he based, he stated it in the constitution.
Okay. But, and also, should I say, or build the identity say monarchy. And wherever we are then around, or know the founder and the leader, the next founder, Nema, Mano, and your mama. It is if there's going to be any disqualification at the point of vetting with the church leaders, no, and any ibia on between the disqualified be no, ebebom.
Yeah,
Uti adiana mukanya
but
yes.
I have with the constitution is that the constitution never gave the church the procedure of electing, the procedure. Even vetting, a constitution said there was a church leaders near vetting. It's not in the constitution. It's not in the constitution. The procedure. So there's a procedure, but it's the procedure in the constitution.
Oh, say Mbao. Say Nipaneka say the church. This is Bajobram.
Bajokran.
No, Obram. Ona a constitution that one empty.
So one would say he has already.
As a way, oh, this is my lawyer. I'll be court. Unless
question.
Right, Papa, right. As I would you know, also can say children. Who said that was I didn't know.
Spiritual matters are open in spiritual matters now the call will no papa no de na chija akofuna because Bible mukra no Elisha na Elijah okode no dija no ntade in spiritual matters no obi de na tade a ohye wode kan body ne mpabo nyina be ma wo no spiritually ordinary ye den ejaw thought I say I think say the constitution was just a formality just to build up what the man wanted to do. And oyi akofuna free so no something like say medu kosie na brepam to say akofuna enye 100% obi no 100% or on the bad side so what I say but nimi who say papa no edu term na was what the bad kosie na later on was na ba through the constitution because the constitution it say ne mano ne miensa eni enyi ba confirm and an be na film no so also hold position or church no aba papa na tiase o de na ni huye na ne mani nyina obi an hold position da just akofranko a what are we trying to say here Pacho Martin American accent.
Me Pacho, I have a question. The lady is not here. Let me ask Sofo me Pacho. Oyi akofna feed the position is no. Ne mama you know or do be sign esi na name ana.
Debbie.
And my next question is that okase nipa na obey ye we should have an interest in the car business, automobile name. Those things in Pacho ne mam you know apart from akofna no was there any of them na or Juma when it comes to or what interest in the automobile and then most of the companies ne mam you know did any of them work in those areas?
There be
also Pacho utu
but so for cinema no eduma be na omoye involved in papa business. Said all can't wait the next is over whom and Emudia no more.
Papa no kwasem ni. Akofna no na abedi animu. Maybe any more crown. None of my baby or one.
So for that, maybe I call you take us Akofna eye from your face.
But you know, if
Mabusa simple question. Me say, what can we right Busa Moy Akofna de Nano? And Busa say, Nane Mano, who be no pay on Papa Japan, no man, yes, no one yet maybe Anna.
Obia on a Juma or ye. By yet,
There be in here, sorry. Right here, it's okay.
No, Sergio, hold on. Me person may find that aspect, no, na.
Now we have question. I have any joke back on the giant fan. Brian, we joke. Then we have a Brian, hold on.
Let me say, oh, I didn't make can say. The way I saw an econo. I'm not prophet of doom, but I'm here, I'm sorry no. Now who are they back from Kakra? Because said the man about one here, the man said, Mumon Pie and a man, one Ubia commando. But some years on my chimans one. A benya effect. Almost chimans one papa a wetino. A benya effect to us, sorry so.
This year, man, so almost 3 months.
No, Debbie said, America say, a year, if you are so fast to your man, what to me, Mira, Massam. It's a fact. It's a fact is that say, Omumpire and so Mumpire. Not problem be a mem. It's a be a catches a cofra. Even why on I infant say, Yawa, penny dear. Nanso so, Ocean Yamina, a chess as a corner side no. I was so finding every means, a man a power mongo motoka. You no man, no. I was so find every means to set them down, open up to them, talk to them. Right here. And yes, I'm secretary, you cry, will you cry? A bit in the Asamaba. Ajante.
Right, won't you do so? I dream so.
What's that?
I dream so.
Brian Pacho Brem. Asante, hold on, Brian Brem.
I dream so. Right here. Who's the no? I say I saw leaders in the didn't command. Yeah, Papa could just have. No, home is no see you. Your first your platform is right. Na a tear for so Germany or money a tear free. Na you see a pobia. Obet my church assembly when yabu tre pa church assembly be at Yasia. Na Sergio ho Blalex for ho King Kill ho almost the Brayo Abba. Eddie Asna Gabeka. As soon as you
don't qualify.
As soon as what you as no papa yake with the kind of cray. As no mammy came. I saw phone that didn't come up. You have a pack with yourself. In a home is no G2. And then you're the two soon. Not in penny phone be so how or move but my said you know. And yet, I cough no moment coin or G2.
I've never batched they are reporting their accounts, but you I enter one mission.
And or G2 no penisol or penisol. And or penisol or man obey. I mean, it's a I can't. Maybe on penisol, that's fine. We'll be on the choice. But so what's the kind of fact I don't know. Me I cough no me begin no. Papa mama and me when I may could not confuse or immature. No, that's not imagine me. It's always behave near the other. But so much church when the MC Papa no one of the other man. Let me assure. So Papa no I cough no the man. One penassim will be able to me a human on the man, so want to me come on to open for or make my chairman. I and yet the old pet and will be pet. I'm with the end of penny choose now, I'm choosing, when some of them penny choosing, and our papa on a papa pay. And you know, it's all penassim and fan no, and Ben saying I say no, when you know, no. And penny phone, yes, your money leader, and almost win no penomoji. And to know, me, the idea meaning was in Biaka. I can't make
Yes, no.
One question. Papa Sofo. The person can be Busa say, a bra, ye papa of na, ABC papa na, and the leadership style, etc. So between my here. Only people so and son of papa in a free part of blending in my
no crack. I won't some name in a say. Or he bedi adieson. nneɛma bi a na ɛnkɔ yie wɔ asɔre no mu otutu firi hɔ ɛna wɔn sɛ obi yɛ kandifo ɔbɛ na nneɛma nkɔ yie na oyi no firi hɔ a ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɔne ɔbɛyɛ ɔbɛpɛ wasɛm
sɔfo wo de wasɔre asɛm baaka ne sɛ ame na ɔnya adwene wonim adeɛ baako yɛade ɛka bi sɛ yɛyi kwan na sɛ amfa ada akyi a amfa ada ho a wosɛ kwan no tene ebi ɛkɔɔ yie ma wo nti na ɔnyini sɛ no nti na nso kasa
ɛnyɛ nokorɛ
yo medase
nyɛ nokorɛ asekyerɛ no nyinaa no ɛne sɛ ɔn sɛ ɛyɛ asɔre ɛnyɛ ɔbaakofoɔ ɛna ɛna adwuma sɛ meyɛ sɔfoɔ yi sɛ mekɔ 70 years mekora mepɛ kwan akɔ retirement nti sɛ manya more than 70 years na ɔba na ɔka sɛ sesei ɔhwɛ me a me mmɔden bɔne ma ahoɔden akɔfam nti mentra nkyɛn a do I have ɛwɔ sɛ menyini ne nya issue ana yi a woyiw no nso ɛnyɛ sɛ woyiw sɛ entitlement biara ɛsɛ wo biara no nso ɔde ma wo ka asɔre mpanifoɔ no ebinom anyinyi pa o ebinom yɛ lawyers ne n'adesefoɔ a ɔmo adwene mu ebi paa enkodi adeɛ bi a ɛnyɛ akyi a yɛnya hwee mfiri mu saa nkɔfoɔ no a meka ɔmo asɛm no ebinom ba asɔre no mu nso akyɛ ebinom abrabɔ nyinaa wɔn bɛbɔ wɔ asɔre no mu wɔn sɛ woka obi anim woyi obi ntɛn a na sɛ wasɛm no koraa yɛ no koraa ɛnyɛ nipa nyinaa na ɛtumi gye ɔmo ntɛn yie no tom ti akɔfona baayɛ ɔsɔ mu nyinaa ka na akɔfona bɛyɛ obi antimi nsi so ɛnka sɛ ɔbɛyɛ mfomso wei anaasɛ wei obi antimi nkan ɔmo kan sa no ma kyerɛ sɛ saa deɛ wei ɔyɛ nti ɛyɛ mfomso na yɛhu ba ɔmo bia ɔkasa wɔ akɔfona ho bia no antimi nsipi nka sɛ ɔfa nsuo ɔfa wei anaasɛ ɔfa wei daabi obi asɛ deɛ ɔbɛka sɛ ɔmpɛ n'asɛm no na naturally ɔmpɛ n'asɛm dada ɛnyɛ ne su ne ne ban yɛnam a yɛkɔ a yɛne yɛ mma koraa nam yi koraa no ɛtɔre bɛ yɛn awofo koraa yɛtumi fom nkwalaa no ba yɛyɛ mpanifo a yɛne yɛwo wɔ mu nti no yɛnyɛ mfom so no nyinaa mu no nkwalaa no ntumi nyina so ɛnyɛ nneɛma bi a ɛni kwan so ɔmo yɛ nti a na yɛmmisa sɛ akɔfra no ɛdeɛ paa na ɔyɛɛyɛ na metwuma adwene agyina so sɛ akɔfra no saa nneɛma a yɛhu ne nnɛ no ɛnyɛ nnɛ na ɛno nti na papa no yii no sieyɛ no ɔde ne sieyɛ ɛna ogyama a yɛn sɛ yɛn a yɛnyɛ no na akɔyɛ sɛ asɔ no de ne ba no ahempu so ne ba no wɔ yɛn so nipa bi a nnɛ ɔmo kasa tia ne nyinaa saa bere ne nyinaa na ɔmo kasa tia no nti papa no so yɛ ɔbaatan no me de adeɛ ama mo asɛm ani nye deɛ me de ma mo me ana me ba atena ase ɛbere so na me ni wiase a ɔmo de ɔmo nyi me ma no mu baako na wohwɛ criteria ɔde ahyɛ yɛ constitution no mu a yɛmfa so nyi yɛ next leader na ne nyinaa nipa deɛ ɛde amfomso no
Daddy, me patrol, me bisa wo. When he actually became a leader of the church, how long did he become the leader of the church?
That was 2017. Yeah. Adrian is correct. I'm saying 2017.
2017 till the 2024, no, Anna.
Yes.
Me patrol, Obetna so no. Did he bring division in the church? Uncle Fonny ninya issues, Anna.
Debbie. Sorry, no dear Debbie. Sorry, no to day to day administration problem be any baby.
Me patrol, Papa, ni free so no. Or mamu reason tia ni free so.
Wa my Danwa oyi na free so no. I'm say sister and that time. Papa no state say enipa bi ogina asade no so ekura yi nipa mienu adi ewo audios ni videos ene nsensem omoka ewo ono akofona no ene ono papa no nti ogina so yi nipa mienu adi nti sɛ oyɛ badwema kwa na wo hwɛ a na te sɛ yɛ nsɛm a no mo keka e wɔ ne ba no
Debbie so for chemu yi o say dey na oyi ni fi akonya so no oyi nkɔfo mienu adi based on the reason nti ana
base of niema no mo keka wa sorry no etia
enti nkɔfo na osaki no what was his reason for sacking them
eno sɛ omo de mu nsɛm kɔ abɔnten no omo ka nsɛm a anyɛ no korɛ nso nsɛm no a omo ka nyina so nsɛm no nyɛ no korɛ
but ono ne ba no na odini si from no de wa ma reason ti a wo yi na si
wa ma reason ya say e ana b ana
but were you there that day
me patro me o bi pa
and ti drabo na se nyina no he didn't give a reason why all mark of na step it down
b
wow. And Obicho in the comment section say Papa no sacking from being the head of the automobile company. No. Is that also true?
Also, Baba ye next leader no. Eche so no be hwe sa ni nyuma ni nyina so. Nti se wa ma wa trans ya nyuma ni nyina sa ba nche no na sa ba be hwe ni niema so.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, all right. Also, asako ya sembiaba. Yeah, the man so sabi the issue I don't know. Asaba ko ya be de men kire wade. On say in other vein me busa na so wa sori rigina na ba bi nko. Ana na japade gian ba bi nko. Sofo. Enti say you free asori so. Say asori no e bi amedu kusie say be ya ho kra matan. Right? No ye adwuma wa hadada. Na afi dwumadi na wo say di nso ma say you free adwuma na ye private company na ye busua no modia no. Ma say you free wo. So for onye show say e ka bibi kire wo.
Onim bibi papa ni nyuma nyina meka say 99.9% ya sorry for no na ye. Abonten sofo ni. Abonten sofo ewu me ketuwa bi.
Me ni problem ho ni pa ya odwuma me nwini o man ka o mo ye adwuma no because ye bi so na no sofo ye pe emu nchechire mu se de be ya ye nso ye bete ne ma ase so e di ye busa question na ya be se answer question no se course out the yes ye dim sa sorry for na be ho adwuma but my point ne say waje asori position say okay ko gina nchen ka adwuma de papa na ye busu japade enya asori ni sinchen na busu japade sen na owie no na wasan ya tu no afiri position na okura as a kantanka a group of companies no asa adwuma de influence them
nyuma ni
those that are reporting their account, what is your problem?
I'm reporting account not for them you try there no e yo mo ya na
Sergio, okay, sorry now. Every company biado, especially automobile, pharmaceutical company no, any other companies ni no. One thing I also want to say, papa no was shares room, and I sorry no so was shares room, and yet particularly say a busiano ejapade. Oshe companies ni nyina papa no shares ana asori no so e share room enti oyi de bani free ho no definitely sa leadership na wo de head sa asori shares ni nyina ni companies ni nyina no e wo so saji egi free ni se because papa na e be head ni nyina
but and company with it em be any what is say ohwe ejapade na wo na ohwe well na ma reading na some of them na shareholder no 60% and e bi how more than that yes obetumi aka say asori no ane dia enti ejapade bi e wa asori no bia even though ono ana service ka bi onyu aye bi asori no na nyame ye radom no tete asori no ana asori no man sika enya ni sika no de aye ejapade ni nyina enti yes na masori so no onyu asa ejapade no megitum enti nyimfro but so trance na udi as a layman and as a what fi na udi nkomo na wo dwuna asemo a obadwin say ekuro no me kwada minim say no head side no oji o side ni free ho say ye gini aju free ho a in that context no me metin chen a na say na me ni ho a the only thing I said then there was a problem. Papa. So the make say obi abetumi azumi said there was a problem and now said there was it then am person so for chire mu say e dey be oni ni say na bibi o
stop me patrol oyi akofna free being the head of the automobiles and I say human so no one of them replace here
one efeso
one fire mami adwa safo and replace it
Debbie.
All right. Let me read.
Right. If you have something, let us know.
Let me read. Let me read. The children and the descendants of the founder of the church. That's Article 86. That's the amended version. 1. Also, the children of the founder of the church shall remain united, as they always do, from today to the end of time, and shall consider themselves as the vanguards of the idea and philosophy of the founder of the church. The children and the descendants of the founder of the church shall remain united from generation to generation and shall remain resolute to protect the good name and reputation of the founder of the church and shall also be each other's keeper. No child or descendant of the founder of the church shall raise, organize, or select members of the church as follows with the view of creating factionalism, sectionalism, division, disunity, confrontation, competition, ill affection, or causing discontent, dissatisfaction, disrespect, delusion, confusion, etc. in the church. The children of the founder of the church shall promote the name of the founder of the church in diverse ways, and such diverse ways for promoting the name of the founder of the church may include charity or good works, technology, organic culture, environmental protection, health promotion, and disease eradication, infant and adult education, chieftaincy or culture, African diaspora relations, tourism, trade fairs, and business and conferences.
Mr. Wahel, 1 second.
No child.
Black boy, Mpacho, good evening and good morning. Hello, Black boy, Mpacho Timeka.
It's all Papa.
Okay, Mpacho, we are sorry, but now say we are there, Ankasa.
Well, me, yeah, I'm sorry, but I've been following this issue for a long time, and then I've also read the Constitution.
So, okay. Mpacho, we are lawyer.
Yes, I'm not like lawyer, but I'm a law student.
Oh, okay. And then 1 second.
But you're a law student where?
But I was in LTech.
But you're
Ghana.
But that's what I'm asking, a law student where?
Tech.
I said tech.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead, please.
Okay. So I am Bacho, we will sentence. When young from you know, I see has here. You person maybe some 1 or 2, you'll be a cancer for Huntina. But also.
All right, no child or descendant of the founder of the church shall make any statement during church service or anywhere that has the potential of creating disrespect, insult, factionalism, sectionalism, division, disunity, confrontation, competition, ill affection, dissatisfaction, illusion, confusion. Every child and every descendant of the founder of the church shall belong to a branch of the church where he or she prefer to be a member. Any child or descendant of the founder of the church who becomes a member of a particular branch of the church shall, as a sign of showing a good example, take a membership card from the branch. No child or descendant of the founder of the church shall be dismissed from the church or may be suspended in the church except he or she has proven to be unruly or has exhibited apostasy. Orderliness, nobleness, and discipline shall be comprised of some aspects of the core value of the children and descendants of the founder and church. Any child or descendant of the founder of the church who belongs to a particular branch of the church shall be given the courtesies of nobleness unless the person abuse the treatment of nobleness. No member of the church of whatever status and in whatever position shall advise, entice, encourage, support, aid, abet, assist, etc. any child or any descendants of the founder of the church to create factionalism, sectionalism, division, disunity, confrontation, competition, ill affection, instability, conflict, etc., under the guise of promoting the name of the founder of the church or to cause discontent, dissatisfaction, disrespect, delusion, confusion, etc. in the church. Any member of the church of whatever status and position against whom a finding is made to have engaged in or planning to engage in or preparing to engage in any of the acts described or provided by Article 85:11 shall be dismissed from the church without the option of being given a second chance. All the children and the descendants of the founder of the church shall support whoever emerges as a leader of the church, either by appointment of the founder of the church as provided for in this constitution, or as stated by the founder of the church, or by virtue of the succession plan provided for in the constitution. And the children and descendants of the founder of the church shall always offer constructive advice. No leader of the church shall disintegrate the unity of the children of the founder of the church or the descendants of the founder of the church, and shall always ensure the unity of the children and the descendants of the founder of the church. Every child of the founder of the church may have the right to attend the meetings of the general councils of the church and may have the right to give goodwill messages to the general councils. Every descendant of the founder of the church may have the right to attend the meetings of the general councils of the church. Every child or descendant of the founder of the church shall honor the invitation of the council of elders and the leader of the church for a meeting or for deliberation. Where there is a seeming division or a disagreement between or amongst the children or the descendants of the founder of the church, the council of elders shall have as part of its core duties ensure unity and speak truth to power or nobility without fear or favor. Into the leadership of the church, where there is a disaffection or disagreement between or amongst any children or descendants of the founder of the church, any aggrieved person shall have his or her grievances settled amicably, making recourse of the council of elders, and shall not make public any matter being settled amongst them.
Any matter amongst them, ne between them, Ninano, at that sorry, no so. Brofuna, a baby,
aka just 4.
There be Sister Wahanyabotre, Yabasa Twasso. Won't Diachi. Yemfa Yenji and by 4 more Hano, or my drench 111 Emra Sofo, Sergio, and Brian also.
All right.
Why?
And you
Maybe I told Lady Me in Pacho Bram 2 minutes.
Lady me.
Ryan, let's say, Mammy.
But yes, or the moon, I'll say.
Oh, me, I'm a lady man, ye. Lady.
Yeah, I mean,
Boko there. Oh, Pacho Bram. Sorry. What's the song where you know? Sorry. Pacho Bram.
yo, based on the constitution, no Quran, there were some way my friend said provisions be made for whoever the next leader should have. 2, not be politically like, you know, not be I mean Abusuapanyi is excluded anyways because this leaders, you know, I think they were referring to male children, correct? So Abusuapanyi is automatically disqualified. And also I'm talking, it's so sad as I was already, you know, I was really sad for the man because he mentioned that Nyama happens Siano. This is what he was opposing, which is rather very, very unfortunate. Abusuapanyi was the whole reason why an injunction was put on the way, you know, right? So, yeah, because wasn't she the one the court was restraining from with the proceedings of the funeral, no, and the burial, and into way an injunction a court also, which was July 29th or so of this year. Now, wasn't she the same person who mobilized the other siblings to go against, I think, the church's decision for? And also, let me just throw in my 2 cents on why young Papa no might have dethroned and I say or remove Nebano while he was alive, because it say Usha he was alive. That's one reason. Another reason was not to cause confusion because the man is a very, very noble man. You can tell in his will, no. And you can tell in his own life, say he was one of the businessmen who did not get themselves involved in politics. Politics ruins business. Ghana. Into Usha, he led a well and also structured life for himself, and also relied on his merit. So he wasn't relying on any political influence to make a name for himself. You can tell. So all his warnings was against such way behavior and character displaying, which is being displayed now, because that's what the will was requesting. This is the dead man's voice. So to me, you know, I think the will actually explains and spells out what he wanted, because he's a peaceful person. He didn't want to cause some faction be between siblings because he was still alive. Another thing was included the church's voice in electing the next leader. So I think the respect for the church, you know, nebano free son, just for the church. And you can say he also made provisions for Akofna to be, because or say that the person to qualification the other siblings, you know, don't have. They must be interested in or have an experience with automobile or something like that sort, right? Which is what to promote and to maintain his business and the legacy, right? Another thing was he must have served in a capacity. That capacity, no,
And which of the children, no, male children, 3, no, within the 3, no, which of them? I mean, I think say if they are listening, na sem painful be or be kasa umutia, I think they should say the man's face. Ajuasafo is who I see is the problem here, to tell you the truth. So I think say, first of all, he's not part of the way, no. So she shouldn't have. And your banner planning for. I'm not minimizing Oba's influence. Of course, I'm the last person to do that. But we live in Ghana. Ghana is a cultured and a traditional land, and I think say she should have supported what the father wanted. But I think she didn't know, because Ajuasafo, we all knew say she was busy with the political way. Her own political way, what I would call what profession or is political life. So she was busy raising children. That's another thing that pulled her out from her father's business. She was never involved. So I say, and this young man was part of the father's business from all along. So what I can say is 3 reasons why the man removed his son: because he was alive. Another reason was to include the church on voice, because he knew he was leaving behind. So to include the church's view. No hundada. And the next one was not to cause confusion. We're amongst his children, thinking they will support it, because they knew all along. And he thought they will respect him, the man. You see, this man has led a very exemplary life. So he thought his children will respect him and respect his decision. And it's so sad to say it's none of that. None of what, none of that. These people are looking at it. And it's a food for thought. So, Mama no Basso, you see, she's probably you see, Ajuasafo is well known in a political way, and some people always rely on Obi publicity and also their influence to climb up a ladder. And it's so sad to say, as a church is a nation. A church is a nation. You need someone who is strong to lead, who has led it before, he has been part of it before. So who is the better person than that? The one who has been there. Of course, the flaws are going to be there. None. Sometimes they get opposition from members. Sometimes members oppose him, more or less to talk about his own child. One who may have been protecting the father's interests. May have robbed in wrongly. So there's no perfect person out there. To me, I think they should speak amongst themselves and see how, for the sake of the man's hard work and also the legacy he's leaving behind. So it would also transfer to their children. That's what I wanted to say, Madam Wase.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lady May. Black, is it Black? Black boy.
Black.
Thank you,
Black.
Lady.
Okay.
Black, please go.
So mine will be very, very simple and short. I wouldn't talk much. Please, make sure Makupiano have intellectual discussion when it comes to this man. But what I have seen this man do, I would say this man was, Kantanka was about 20 to 30 years ahead of his peers. There are so many things that he did. I feel he's a China for no air. So he deserves things that he did with regards to what I could say when Sama na air flashing all it. I feel he's a China for no. So his funeral, I was thinking, would attain a lot of attention, but it's quite unfortunate. So me advise me we should all try as much as possible and not be one-sided. Now, you share the being free. I was very happy when I came and then you were reading the constitution and people were explaining, trying to bring up more ideas and all that. And it's very, very good. I would say I've loved the discussion from the beginning. I come I'm joining here till now. The little that I would say
All right.
and the will, the constitution and the will. The man in his own wisdom. I would say maybe quite sorry but me who so a spirit man or in the spirit or share that and so say Udiagra there will be so many problems about honor and quality and man in terms. So let me try as much as possible and create a constitution for the church. Change the 2017 constitution. Come up with a new one. That's the church council. Na kasa ebeyi nipa. Nipa no so be free me massive so that it wouldn't the leadership will not go away from my family. And he did just that. So people in Kofoka say, oh yeah, Kofuna were disqualifying, so he doesn't have any constitution. And where we did, and I've also had a preview to it. It is clear that he didn't take Akofuna off any chain. He rather made it open for the church to be able to choose a leader for themselves, but go by the fact that they should choose somebody from his lineage. And see, that's one thing that I was seeing. I don't think the man sat down and then came up with a constitution on his own. No, he did that with the church council.